Exercise 12.1, problem 15, discussion. So let's read the problem. Two dice are rolled and the product of the outcomes, numbers, are found. What is the probability that the product so found is a prime number? So what they say is that there are two dice rolled. The first die, let's say it gives you number 2 and the second die gives you 3. What is the product of these two numbers? 2 3s are 6. Right? But they want to find out the probability that the product so found is a prime number. Okay, so how will we do? First, we'll have to list out all the possible outcomes. Basically, the first die can come up with 6 outcomes. The second die can come up with another 6. So 6 into 6, 36 outcomes are there. List it out and find out the product where it is a prime number, and list out that and find how many cases are there, how many outcomes are there where the product forms a prime number, and thereafter you can find the probability. Okay, just keep that in the back of the mind, we'll work it out. Okay, so what is given? Two dice are rolled. Okay, and what is asked? The probability of finding a prime number, the product to be a prime number. Okay, so two dice are rolled and the product of the outcomes are found. We need to find the probability of the product being a prime number. The formula is probability of A is n of A divided by n of S. Step 1, list the sample space S for throwing two dice and find n of S. This is very simple because we have done this similar problem, but not the same problem, but a similar problem in one of the previous, I don't remember which problem it is, but we have done this. So it's easy to list out the sample space. If you remember, we have to fix 1. The first die, let's say the first die throws 1. So the second die can throw 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So that way, we'll slowly list out all the possible outcomes and then count it and find n of S. Otherwise, you know, n of S is nothing but 6 outcomes from the first die, 6 outcomes from the second die. So 6 6 are 36 outcomes are there. But key is we need to have the sample space. Otherwise, we will not be able to find the product. So the product being a prime number. So we need to have a sample space, right? So we need to list the sample space. Next, let A be the event of getting a prime number as a product of the outcomes. So let's define A as the event, okay, which gives us the product of the number as being a prime number. Now, next we will have to list out the outcomes of A, which is a subset of S. Here S gives you all the outcomes, and out of this outcomes, few of the outcomes will be favorable to A. So we'll have to select those outcomes and put it into this set A and find n of A. Once you find n of A, then the probability of A is n of A divided by n of S. Okay, so let's get going with the solution. Okay, the solution. So in throwing the two dice, the sample space is, the first die is showing you 1 and the second die can be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So you have 6 outcomes. Next case, let's fix the first die is giving 2. Again, the second die can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Select this, you can go first die showing 1, second die giving up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertically down and horizontally the second die. So these are all the outcomes. Right, so altogether you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 into how many rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So totally 6 into 6. Sorry, it's wrong here. Sorry, it's a 6 into 6. It is and 36. Okay, 6 into 6. So totally 36 outcomes are there. Okay. So otherwise you can find n of S is number of outcomes of the first die into the number of outcomes of the second die. That is, the first die can give us 6 outcomes, 6 possible ways. The second die also can give 6 possible outcomes. So 6 into 6, 36 is the outcome. But here we have listed it out. Now you see, so what will be the product? 1 into 1 is 1. This is 2 into 2, 4. So this is not a prime number. 3 into 3, 9 is not a prime number. Anyway, if once it is multiplied by 4, it cannot be a prime number, 5 and all these things. 2 into 1, this is a prime number. Okay, again 2 to 2, all these things will not work. 2 into 3, it's not a prime number, right? But 3 into 1, that's a prime number. 3 into 1 is 3. So what's a prime number? It's divisible by 1 or by itself, right? So the prime numbers are 2, 3, 5. So 5 into 1. This is a prime number. Next prime number is 7. 7 we won't get it here. Then so after 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Will you get 11? No. 12, no, 12, 13 will not get. Right? So I guess, anyway, let's slowly list out. So all the possible outcomes are, okay, we know the prime numbers are 2, 3 and 5. So how will you, when will you get 2, 3, 5? Whenever you get 1, 2 or 2, 1. 3 means 1, 3 and 3, 1. And 5 means 1, 5 or 5, 1. So there are 6 outcomes. See, here is 2, 1. And actually this is, oh, okay, I know what I made. It's a mistake. This is 1, 2. All these things are 1, 2. 1, 3, 1, 4. Because I'm fixing the first one, right? First die. So 2, 1. 1, 2 is an outcome. 1, 3 is an outcome. 1, 4 is an, sorry, 1, 5 is an outcome. So 1, 2, okay, I'll mark it on top. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 5, 2, 1, 3, 1, 5, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So altogether 6 outcomes are there which are favorable for the event A. So n of A equal to 6. So probability of event A is n of A divided by n of S, that is equal to 6 by 36, that is 1 by 6. Okay. Now let's change the problem. Let's say the product is 10. Find the probability that the product so found is 10. So when will you get 10? Now just see. 2 into 5 is 10, right? So this will be one outcome. And if it is 2 into 5, then 5 into 2 is another outcome. Right? Well, how else you will get 10? I think that's all about, because 1 into 10. So there are 2 outcomes which are favorable. So probability of getting 10 as a product is 2 out of 36, 2 by 36. And let's say if they say probability of getting 20 as a product. So how will you get product 24 5s are, right? So 4 5s. See, this is one outcome which is favorable to us. And then 5 into 4 is 20. Again, there are only 2 outcomes which are favorable. So 2 divided by 36. So this is how we need to do it. So first thing is that listing out the sample space and then selecting the events or outcomes which are favorable to the particular event. Right? But here I made a mistake. So this is our list. You keep the first die giving a result of 1. Once this is fixed, then what the second die can give 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Next, move the first die outcome to be 2. So again, go by this. The second die can give 1, 2, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Then move the first die giving an outcome of 3. Again, the second die can give 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Like that, you continue to 6. Because first die can give you 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So this way we will be able to get the complete sample space. Once the sample space is obtained, then it is a straightforward problem. Okay. So I hope I made it clear. If not, please go through this one more time. It will become clear. Thanks for watching this video.